This is C.S. Davidson here. So you're going to see some links. Okay, a friend of mine said that I should do some vlogs about doing my first book and learning what I've learned and mistakes not to make again. And this is for people that are doing their own book stuff. So, being a nobody, you're not going to sell your book. You can't just throw it up there and expect it to do anything. Someone like me who had, social stuff I can't use my social, so I had to redo everything and start over. It makes it hard. I probably could have gotten maybe 20 books out of using my own Facebook, but the issues that I would have from doing that far outweigh just doing it. So I wouldn't. So I've spent some money on advertising, which I will tell you, the Instagram stuff has sold books. Not a lot, but enough to pay for the month, as much as I've used of it, and has helped me get a little bit of a following on Instagram, which you have to have. You have to have people know who you are. So I had saw what I will call the too good to be true for an advertising, and this is a place that's called like Tina's. I'm going back up. So it's Tina's Book Promos. They advertised, wow, we've had people get to the top, number one with Amazon with this, and they showed some people. I'm like, well, cool. I don't expect that with the kind of book I'm doing, but boy, it would be nice to get some really good publicity. They got a lot of people on their TikTok and their Pinterest and their Twitter and their Instagram. And let's go look at the links that were made for my stuff, okay, so here's the one from their Instagram. It's been up over a day. I have shared it. I love how they just put rom-com for that. I mean, they did use love and paranormal up there, but that's not good. Those are millions and millions of people on those. You have to break it down. Even I know that. At least the link's on this one. So, nothing. And they have 5,000 followers. But let's take a look here, because a lot of people have done this. It's not just me. Let's see if it's just me. Well, this one's got 1 like. Remember, this was supposed to be able to have thousands of people look at it and share. 1 like. Nothing. These are all new. Let's go to this stuff from at least a day ago. Nothing, 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 nothing. You getting the point? Let's go back 2 days. So I saw someone with 5 likes. 2 likes. Now, obviously, I have a niche thing. You're going to see a little bit more out of stuff like this. But the comment was just a bot. I'm not seeing a lot here for 5,000 something people. And like I said, I have a niche thing, so that's part of my problem. But anyway, so that's one. Let's look at the Facebook post, because they have a lot of Facebook people. 21,000 followers. Nothing. Not a thing. And I was like, let's go look here. And let's go back a little bit here. These are all pretty new. So at least go back. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. There's mine. So let's look. There's a 1 like, a 1 like. Remember, 21,000 people are on this. 1 like. And 2 likes. Oh, that one got a share. But only like 1. So, and I looked at, let's see here. Let's, followers here. There's a few normal people, but most of this is just like people like me who aren't going to be buying. you know, they're not regular people that are just looking for books. It's none of this is what you want. I should have looked ahead of time. There's an actual person, maybe. But like this, it's called look before you do things. I sure didn't. So there's that fun. Now, I did get, surprisingly, if it'll load, it got 1 share. I did that. It did get 2 likes, so, it's been viewed 62 times. It's nice to be able to actually see that on this. But let's look and see. They have 18,000 followers, but you only get that. Now, it tells me most of them are bots. You're not getting any looks or anything. And like I said, obviously everything, I'm doing a pretty niche thing, but just kind of perturbed me a little bit. So let's see if we can't go. This is when what I should have done, and I wholeheartedly recommend you do the same thing. Let's look at the 1-star reviews. There are 31 of them. Okay, no, I want the bad ones. Okay, here we go. So, 1 star. Tina delivers. I'm very impressed with Tina's book marketing strategies. Did a great job promoting 52 cards and the star codes. You gave 1 star, but you say that's verified and how impressed you are. Same thing here. 3rd time using it, 1 star. More 1 star. Thank you for helping promote my book. Here's the one that might actually be accurate. 1 interaction that was posted on any of the platforms. That's probably true. Tina's book service is excellent. 1 star. Tina's promos are the best. 1 star. And then 1 star. Again, I feel like it was good value for what I received. 1 star. I want to do business again. This is when you really know. Extremely happy with Tina's book promo. Recommend her. She recognized book. Recognized book indeed. This one's just period. 1 star. So, we keep looking here. All of these 1 stars, they're not Greta Garbage. I like that. 1 star, but highly recommended. I just keep looking. It's like, is there anything that's actually 1 star? So no, there's nothing. That should have been a red flag, but stupid me didn't look. I looked at some of the, let's see if there's any. There's 5. Yeah, like Tina's book promos did make the promised post, which they do, but it didn't result in many orders, less than 10. So that's an actual one. And let's look here. The service delivered what it promised. I paid the full package, advertising on 4 social medias. The posts were made, links shared, exactly 0 sales. And same thing. I looked at her. I should have read these things. It's on me. Don't see any bump in activity. I got nothing from it, and spent almost $200. I could have used that on Instagram or Facebook and probably gotten about 20 more sales. Or to get some ARC reviewers, I could have bought a couple of books for a couple of people. And I chose to do this because I thought, wow. So, you can't blame them. I'm the one that was dumb enough to fall for it. So this is kind of one of those things where, that's why I wanted to do this. If you're going into book sales, pay attention. The golden goose is not just going to magically occur. I feel really stupid for falling for it when I had someone that actually talked to me a while back that wanted to would have worked with me, and it would have cost about the same amount. And I thought, well, I'd get a whole lot more from this. Wrong. And I was super excited for this, and was ready for it and everything. And then when I saw that some of them didn't even have the links to the darn book, kind of hard to buy it. So, lesson learned. Find people to collaborate with. I've been working with the creator of the Kestrel series sci-fi book that she's helped out, and I've done some stuff for her. Like, really good book. If you like sci-fi, check out Kestrel, and then its sequel, the third book she's working on. So, pretty fun there. But my big thing, do your research. I've paid the price. I won't do it again, but that's money I can't get back, and I don't don't have the money to be wasting. That's why it was so aggravating. So, take my word for it and watch what you're doing and try to build it up through social engagement, not through this. I mean, obviously, if I find a good reviewer that'll do the right thing, I'll use it. But, I should have looked at the review. I just saw so many 5 stars. I should have looked at the bottom ones. I so rarely trust 1-star and 2-star reviews because people put the dumbest things, particularly on books. So I was like, but it's my own fault. So, lesson learned. Anybody out there that's thinking about doing their own book or thinking about promoting and hoping this just makes, because I know I looked at it, I thought, man, this could get me hundreds of books, and I was like, man, for this price, what a good deal. Well, trust me, it ended up being, I probably will get no book sales from this. So it just keeps putting me farther in the hole. So this has been C.S. Davidson, signing off here. Don't make the same mistake I made. Stay tuned for more vlogs. I've got a lot to talk about. This just is something that pissed me off. So, bye everybody.